Catholic sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Good evening and welcome to high school basketball right here on IndianaSRN, live from Heritage Christian School as the Heritage Christian Eagles take on the Greenwood Christian Cougars. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Morales Group, IUPUI Sports Management, Burtner Electric, Piper Logistics, and Reynolds Farm Equipment. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sean Crow along with Justin Griffiths. It is girls IHSAA basketball right here on IndianaSRN. The 8-9 Heritage Christian Eagles host the 8-7 Greenwood Christian Cougars. Both teams at 500 after stellar years last year, but a lot of losses on both these squads to graduation, and they are faring fairly well, I would say, Justin, considering both these teams lost last year.
Yeah, I mean, both teams took massive hits. We were talking in our pregame meeting, Sean, that both teams lost players combined that averaged over 50 points per game on each side. So, and of course for Greenwood Christian, the biggest one was Izzy Reed, who had her number retired a couple of weeks ago when they were playing Park Tudor.
A strong candidate for Miss Basketball for Heritage Christian in Wiggins, who is at the University of Michigan. So, you know, if we look at Heritage Christian's spot, Tierney Brown, Williams, Ari Wiggins, and Courtney Lee, 54.4 points per game, 27.8 rebounds per game. You know, those graduates lost in a sectional championship their senior year, lost in a regional championship their junior year. So, you know, that's a lot of points and rebounds lost. And when you look at what they brought back, 6.6 points per game and 6.5 rebounds per game from the squad last year, most of which is Audrey Boer.
Yeah, and I mean, she has really stepped up more this year than what she has obviously had to do in the last couple of years, because she had those talent to fall back on. And the fact that we mentioned that Heritage Christian is only a game under 500 coming into tonight, where they got to protect the home floor, it is very impressive to see what Coach Wiseman has been able to do for this young squad.
They are 3-1 in their conference, Circle City Conference, only lost to Roncalli. They've lost 9 games. However, only 2 of those games are people within Class 2A and lower. That would be the opening night against LaPel they lost, and then their last game against Indianapolis Homeschool. Every other game that they've lost has been to a 3A or 4A opponent. That's pretty impressive for Coach Wiseman in her second year.
And again, it just shows to the scheduling of Coach Wiseman to have those 3A, 4A type classes. So when you get into the sectional portion, and even for Heritage Christian at least, the city tournament, you face those 3A and you face that 4A opponent juggernaut that is Cathedral coming up.
And we will have the city tournament right here on IndianaSRN. Stay tuned for some information on that. Let's talk a little bit about Greenwood Christian. 8-7, Alan Weems in his 10th year at GCA, 138 wins. Kind of the same story. We talked about Izzy Reed, Savannah Fry, Brooklyn Stubblefield. They lost from last year. Last 2 years, they've lost in the semi-state to Lagodi. They lost 50 points per game, 22 rebounds per game. but they do bring back two starters from that team in Dory Odell and Ellie Bigelow, and they've really leaned on them a lot this year to help get through this transition.
Well, and what I've seen Coach Weems kind of do, and not really Coach Weems, but what Izzy Reed was able to do with Dory Odell coming up from the freshman class, is kind of put her under her wing, and now that Dory is all by herself, you don't have Izzy Reed, you don't have Alexis Mead to lean on like she has the last couple of years, and it's all the Dory Odell show. She has really stepped up when she has needed to, especially against Park Tudor a couple weeks ago.
Same thing for Greenwood Christian with their schedule as well. They're 3 losses to 1A opponents, all from the top 10. Number 2 Waldron, number 8 Forian Blackhawk, and number 10 Trinity Lutheran. Everybody else above Class 1A. Both these teams schedule up.
Yeah, and again, that's what the biggest thing Coach Weems and I were talking about a couple of weeks ago was, and this was the biggest thing that kind of blew my mind because I've completely forgot about the success factor. If Greenwood Christian would have beaten Lagodi in the semi-state last year, they're a 2A school just like Heritage Christian is. So the fact that Coach Weems has scheduled 2A and above for his girls is kind of saying, hey, we can play at this type of level even if we lose by a couple points here and there.
We'll get more to the tail of the tape after a quick break here. You're watching IHSAA basketball powered by IndianaSRN. Back at Heritage Christian School for girls basketball, the Eagles of Heritage Christian hosting the Cougars of Greenwood Christian here on IndianaSRN. And Justin and I were talking a little bit so far about both squads. Let's do some more tail of the tape. Both of the teams are very close in terms of what they score per game and what they give up per game. Heritage Christian's a +2. Greenwood Christian's a -1. When it comes to shooting, they're both at 26% Greenwood Christian, 27% Heritage Christian from three-point land. Free throw, they're 1 percentage point off. Greenwood does a better job rebounding the basketball, but the stat that jumps out at me and I think is a key tonight, Justin, is turnovers. 17 per game for Greenwood Christian, 14 per game for Heritage Christian. And the way both these teams play defenses, I feel like ball handling is going to be a really big key to tonight's game.
Yeah, and I mean, you just said it. Greenwood Christian has 17. Heritage Christian has 14. Some people might go, okay, 3 turnover different. That's not a lot. I can tell you this from experience. 3 turnovers can make a game. Even if they only score points off of one of those 3 different turnovers, it is killer because it stalls your momentum. And what I'm really going to look forward here, Sean, is if those turnovers are live ball turnovers, where that means that the other team can go in transition and score those points opportunity, or are they going to be like dead ball turnovers like a travel or something like that, where the team that turned the ball over has time to set up their defense and kind of counteract that. It's going to be very big how many live ball versus dead ball turnovers each team is going to put up here.
Yeah, one of the things that Coach Wiseman has been able to do is, get kids to both these schools. Really, Coach Williams has done a great job too, getting kids to come to the school to be a student, to be an athlete. And 3 additions to this Heritage Christian squad all came from one family, the Marshalls. Corin, a sophomore, Grace, a senior, and Jocelyn, a freshman. All 3 start for them, and that's been a huge help for them, as they're averaging 7.5, 8, and 8 points for this squad. In private schools like this, you need those girls to come in to try and make a program, to build it, to grow it, and to see it come to fruition like Coach Reisinger did, but before Cassie Wiseman was here.
Yeah, I mean, with Heritage Christian and Greenwood Christian both being private schools, you have to be able to bring those people in from the community schools and allow them to kind of get the sense of family here. And that's what Coach Wiseman did. As you said, Coach Reisinger before her was able to do at Heritage Christian. Coach Williams has done that now for 10 years at Greenwood Christian, and really being able to bring up this program from a Christian academy into IHSAA 1A.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic game tonight here at Heritage Christian. You see a little bit of the crowd dispersed out in the stands there. As if we haven't had the chance to say it yet, Happy New Year. I know this is my first broadcast since the new year has arrived, and hopefully 2022 will be a fantastic year for you, as it will be for both these schools. And we will get to starting lineups and the tip of IHSAA basketball after this break. You're watching IHSAA basketball, powered by IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
It is time for basketball here on IndianaSRN, live from Heritage Christian School. It is the Eagles of Heritage Christian hosting Greenwood Christian Academy and the Cougars. Let's get to the starting lineups. For Greenwood Christian, a 5'8" senior guard, number 1, Ellie Bigelow. A 5'5" senior guard, number 5, Chloe Greider. A 5'8" junior forward, number 11, Allie Addie Jolly, a 5'8 senior guard, number 13, Danny Simon, and a 5'10 senior center we've discussed before, number 15, Dory Odell. Bigelow, Grider, Jolly, Simon, Odell for Greenwood Christian. For Heritage Christian, you see number 3, she's a sophomore forward, number 3, Corinne Marshall. A senior forward, number 4, Grace Marshall. A 5'7 senior guard, number 14, Audrey Boer. A freshman, number 23, Jocelyn Marshall. And in the middle, another freshman, number 50, Casey Frost. Marshall, Boer, and Frost on the floor for Heritage Christian. And Justin, I can already tell, when in doubt, just say Marshall for the team in white, and I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, you have 3/5 of a chance when you say Marshall for the team in white there, Sean.
I like those odds.
Yeah.
We're ready to tip, as it will be Grace Marshall and Dory Odell, basketball in IndianaSRN, and we're off. That is Jocelyn Marshall, the freshman. Boer there is their leading scorer, just takes it straight to the rack early, fighting for the rebound. She gets it back and up with the left hand and scores. Nice job there by Boer to follow her shot and pry the rebound away.
Yeah, easy 2 points there by Boer.
Zone to start for Heritage Christian. They try to trap. And nice ball movement. Dory Odell with the save, but she gets trapped and gets her pocket picked on the baseline. Marshall coming down. How about that? 3 girls. Got all the way to the bucket, couldn't convert. And then under the basket with the big rebound is Frost. She couldn't convert either. Boy, you got to make those bunnies, Justin.
Yeah, and I mean, it is one of those things on a live ball turnover, like we mentioned in the pregame, not to be able to come up away with points.
Long 3 off the front of the rim, and Boer with the board. She's going to nice little dish to Corinne Marshall for the bucket, and it's 4-0 Heritage Christian. A trapping defense is causing some fits for Greenwood Christian. You can hear Cassie Wiseman calling out the defensive signals as tough shot there for Danny Simon, couldn't go. And quickly now, Heritage comes back down again. A center that shoots threes. You're in Indiana with Miles Turner and Domas Sabonis. The centers like to shoot.
Yeah, I think Coach Wiseman was just like, listen, I know you're that wide open. Dribble it in 5 feet and take a shot from the elbow instead of from behind the arc.
It's one of those, if it goes in, you're like, no, yes.
Yeah.
Here comes the trap. The defensive pressure from Heritage Christian has been suffocating so far. Odell on the blocks. Turn around. Couldn't get it to go, and a rebound by Marshall. That is Corinne, the sophomore. 3-ball up. No good. Great rebound position there by Grace Marshall. She gets the ball back, can't get the shot to fall. And the shooting percentage is low, but man, they're getting up and down the court. Oh, what a coast to coast by Ellie Bigelow. Thought it went in, but it couldn't go. Nice dish back and forth between the two, Marshall and Boer. Frost will kick it out. Another jumper. Still can't go, and there are lids on the rims tonight, folks.
Yeah, and now you have a foul on Marshall, her first, team's first.
That will be Corinne. Again, number 3, Corinne Marshall's a sophomore. 4, Grace Marshall's a senior. And 23, Jocelyn Marshall is a freshman. And here's that pressure that wreaks havoc on teams. When you lose the guards that GCA has lost, that's been tough. 3-ball there. Positioned under the boards, though, by Frost. Great job by her, and she brings the ball up the court. Tried to go coast to coast, split the defense, but couldn't get the shot to fall. Here comes the trap. Jumper there by Bigelow, no good, but good rebound to Odell. Thought maybe she got fouled. Nice rebound underneath the bucket there by Jolly. She can't get it to fall either, and boy, oh boy, these two teams can't fall out of a boat and hit water tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the turtle shell is on both baskets right now early on for...
Nice look. And there it is, a bucket for GCA for Danny Simon, and it's 4-2. Great look there by Bigelow. Marshall to Marshall. Splits the defense. Boy, great job there splitting the defense by Corinne, and she's got 4 now. You'll see the score bug there at the bottom, those dashes, as a nice job by Danny Simon getting to the rack will get a foul on Grace Marshall. Those dashes are timeouts, in case you're curious. And Simon will go to the line for 2. 72% on the year and misses the first. Couple of substitutions. Jada Wilson for Heritage Christian and number 23, who I don't have on my roster for GCA. Makes a second. Cuss lead in half. We will effort that number for you. Number 23. Man-to-man from GCA or woman-to-woman. Take your pick. Frost to the bucket, and she scores. It's nice to have a mobile center like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that Heritage Christian is able to do a little bit more, is to pick and roll your centers, where GCA has to kind of just rely on the pick and pop.
Odell is definitely a low post player, as you see right there. She taps it back, won't fall. It'll go to Heritage Christian. Corinne Marshall checks in now for Boer. It'll be her first, or excuse me, she checks in for Jocelyn Marshall. And Jada Wilson will bring the ball up for the Eagles. A little bit of matchup man-to-man there. Long 3 ball by Marshall. No good. Rebound comes down to Bigelow. Straight to the cup and can't get it to fall. Odell tipped it up, but got it back to Bigelow. Another rebound, another foul, and she'll shoot 2. See who that one's on.
13, which is Wilson.
Jada Wilson, her first. Team 3rd. First free throw for Bigelow is good. She's 66% on the year. And Molly Eckel checks in for Heritage Christian. That name sounds familiar. Harrison Eckel played football and basketball for the Eagles. Bigelow misses the second, 8-4. And make their free throws. It's a 1-possession game. Nice little hesitation there by Marshall. She scores. She's got 6 already. Almost to her game average here in the first quarter. Danny Simon with the left hand, no dice. And there's Corinne again with the board. Boer, 3, no good. Fight for the board underneath the bucket. And GCA comes up with it. Nice outlet pass.
And one thing that Ellie Bigelow can really do is get to the hole from wherever she is on the floor. This one's going to stay on the floor.
Yeah, I think he just called a block shot out of bounds. Yeah, last year she really got pounded against Lagodi as Odell scores. They hammered her anytime she tried to go to the bucket. As, speaking of, Bigelow almost gets the turnover.
I was going to say, she almost got a steal there.
It was tough playing Lagodi 2 years in a row in semi-state in Jasper, which is just down the road from Lagodi. That was a tough draw on their end, and they played their hearts out. Boer, 3 ball. Got it. Big pick there. Opened her up for the 3. They'll get it back to the senior now, Ellie Bigelow. Odell under the bucket, trapped. And they throw it out of bounds. Turnover 2. Heritage. There's the 3 ball. Again, nice pick by Marshall on Simon.
Yeah, again, and Boer just able to get off that roll and in that ready-to-shoot position and able to drain it with confidence.
Frost has the basketball. They got Eckel on the post now. The versatility of Frost to play on the perimeter. The freshman Marshall up and can't get it to go, but the rebound comes down to the Cougars. Oh, fronting defense there by Marshall is fantastic on Odell.
And it's going to stay with the Cougars with 43 seconds left in the first quarter.
They've really made a concerted effort to get the ball to Odell on the blocks tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, that's how Coach Weems kind of ran his offense for the last 3 years, so it's hard to go away from it. And when you had a player like Izzy Reed and now Dory Odell, 3 ball, just short, able to get our own rebound, though.
Nice steal by Eckel. Yeah, that was the blessing, is that there's more of a, oh, she lost the basketball, did Frost. There's more pressure on Odell to score this year than to turn around and get the ball out to Reed or Fry, as there's going to be a foul. Missed shot by Bigelow, but a rebound there by Danny Simon. That is on Wilson. That's her second. You know, last year they got the ball on the blocks to Odell. She could turn and look for Reed or Savannah Fry as Simon makes the first one. Those options are not there this year.
Yeah, I mean, you have Savannah Fry last year. Now you have Ellie Bigelow, which is not a bad thing. Or you have Simon. Again, both of them can shoot the ball. It's just not at what Savannah could have done last year.
Can GCA get a stop here and stay within 5? Oh, I think they're going to call a foul on Simon. Oh, nope, it's on Bigelow. That, I believe, is the first foul on Greenwood. Christian.
Yep.
2.2, got to get it up quick. Look at it to Marshall. She shoots a long 3 at the buzzer, no good. At the end of 1, Heritage Christian 13, Greenwood Christian 8. You're watching IHSAA basketball powered by IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at Heritage Christian, where the Eagles lead Greenwood Christian 13-8. Heading to quarter number 2, I'd like to thank our sponsors. You see their logos there in the bottom left-hand corner. One is Serenity Care Services, an Indiana licensed service agency. We are the friendly, experienced team of caregivers you've been seeking. Call Angela today, 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services, serving Indianapolis and the 5 surrounding areas. As we got a jump ball there with Bigelow. Got picked up by Boer, I believe, and the arrow goes to Heritage Christian.
Yeah, again, it's a turnover on GCA, but it's one of those dead ball turnovers where you can set up your defense and kind of allow, and as we see a live ball turnover here by Heritage to GCA, let's see what the Cougars can do.
I think there's some confusion between the Marshall sisters as to who is going where on that pass. And GCA's got a shot now to get it close with a bucket. That is Kirsten Carlson in, number 10 for GCA. A lot of skip passes going on. 3-ball. Got it. Again, that might be Lauren Peterson. We have her as 21, but that's Chapman. Chapman, there we go. And right back is a nice bucket from Grace Marshall, her first of the night. So maybe as a JV call-up for
Coach Weems.
Coach Weems.
Because I didn't have a Chapman on my roster.
I know. Hey, you know what? It's the way it works, and she came in and got a nice little skip pass there from Bigelow and knocked down the 3-ball. Nice follow through.
And again, she shot her first miss was even with confidence. So Chapman coming in for GCA and able to try to extend their shooting range here.
Almost a 3 there by Jocelyn Marshall. Picked up off the floor, and Audrey Boer scores. She has 7 of their 15. Oh, nice little move by Simon, but can't get it to fall. Ooh, I thought she stepped on the inline before she touched it. That's a travel.
Travel before the jump ball.
And this is typical Heritage Christian basketball, girls basketball. Once the shot goes up, they always leak somebody out for trying to get a fast break. It before it was always Ari Wiggins, and now it seems to be one of the Marshalls and Boer.
Yeah, we talked about what GCA has done for years. That is typical Heritage Christian basketball for the girls' side.
I think that foul is going to be on Corinne Marshall.
It is. I have her down for 2.
I do as well. Ayantu Jones checks in for her. She's a 5'7" junior. Under their own basket. The GCA has it. Oh, lost it. Numbers here for Heritage. Coming to the right side is Boer. Get the foul on Bigelow, and Boer will shoot 2.
That's second on Ellie Bigelow.
One thing I have noticed from Audrey Boer last year with those 4 other girls, Lee and Williams and Wiggins and so forth, Boer just was kind of a peripheral role.
I was going to say an afterthought.
But the confidence I see in her and the way she's playing now, that she's the main returning person on this team, is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean,
looky right there, getting the board off the missed free throw and getting a bucket.
And I mean that's what we were talking about earlier with Dory Odell. She was kind of the afterthought to Izzy Reed and Alexis Mead and Savannah Fry last year and the year before that. This year she's the main component along with Ellie Bigelow.
There's that defense again. Boer up, left hand, scores. She's feeling it tonight, and so is Heritage as they've doubled up Greenwood Christian 22-11, and Coach Weems is not happy. We will take a timeout with him. You're watching IHSAA basketball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at Heritage Christian, 9-3 run here in the second quarter has opened up an 11-point lead for the Eagles against Greenwood Christian. Another one of our sponsors, Family Source Insurance. We have you covered. Auto, home, life, or business. Call Pat Cherry to get a quote today, 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all your needs, and stay tuned to the Family Source Insurance post-game show. Turnover there by, oh no, they're going to call a foul.
On Frost.
her first.
Next foul will put Greenwood in the bonus here.
That could help them being able to score without the clock moving. Quick three off the inbound pass, no good. Fight for the rebound. Frost comes up with it. Simon missed the three, but boy, wanted to go down. That foul. Kirsten Carlson. That is her first. And again, 11-point lead for Heritage Christian. On the blocks to Marshall. Jones, three ball, missed it. Frost with the board. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound and scores. Nice tenacity there by Frost on the glass. And GCA needs to stop the bleeding, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, get a quick bucket. It doesn't have to be a three, even though they're looking for it right here. And they're trapped. And a live ball turnover.
Marshall got it, and then they got a jump ball out of it. Boy, what a save there by Kirsten Carlson on that play. Got caught in the corner.
Yeah, she made the mistake, but she corrected her mistake very quickly and able to force the jump ball. And the arrow goes towards the Cougars.
Dory Odell checked back in as Greider with, that is Simon with the basketball. Now it's Chapman over there on that side with her. Looking for a long three. My goodness. Board comes down to Frost. She's been a force on the glass this evening. Oh, leave me open. Oh, shot missed there by Grace Marshall. Ball goes to GCA.
And I mean, yeah, she was open, but again, she could have taken a couple of dribbles, moved in 5 feet, take the higher percentage shot instead of trying to make the big splash.
Saw an NBA game the other night. Knicks had a fast break, got the ball on the post, and the guy with the ball turned around, ran outside of the three-point line, shot it, and missed. I'm like, is that what today's basketball is? What happened to the mid-range jumper?
Yeah, I mean, that is a lost art.
Unless you're DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be Steph Curry. Let me be the 100th person to let you know Steph Curry's a unicorn. All right,
yeah.
He's absolutely unicorn. Get the good shot and take the points. Coaches will want that all day. Nice ball movement here by GCA against man-to-man defense, but ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with GCA.
And again, that's what Coach Weems has kind of been able to instill in his girls on once they go into the man-to-man. It's when they go zone where they have the problem, as Ordell just missed the shot there.
Boy, she had one right there at the cusp, but couldn't get it to go. And Boer with the three ball, missed it. She's already at her game average for the season, and they're going to call a foul on Heritage.
So again, with 3:18 left to go, the foul is going to be on Eckel. Her first, team seventh, and a one-on-one opportunity here for the Cougars to kind of, as Sean mentioned earlier, stop the bleeding here a little bit. They need it desperately.
It's the only area where Heritage isn't winning the basketball game is free throw line. And boy, Odell got the rebound, tried to get a shot up, but somebody got a hand on it and lost possession. And then Boer loses possession. Bigelow.
She needs help.
Yeah, that defense is tough. Danny Simon with a long three.
Simon from the game so far is 0 for 4 from behind the arc and has 4 points. At some point she needs to, again, not even look the other way, just shot fake, try to get the girl in the air. And that's another lost art, Sean, is the shot fake. A good shot fake can lead to foul point, or to points on the foul stripe.
And an opportunity for a natural three-point play, too, as they try and get it to Marshall on the blocks. I think she double dribbled and traveled.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Turnover.
Yes. As Simon's going to take a seat down, that may be something that Coach Weems talks to her about. Hey, listen, let's get better shots, as they've only got a couple of kids on the bench. Short bench tonight for GCA. Chapman to Odell. There we go. And then Bigelow driving the lane, but Grider there gets the long rebound.
Oh, and she stepped out of bounds.
It's that defense. And that's the thing, that Rick Reisinger started and Cassie Wiseman has taken that mantle is with Heritage Christian. Defense leads to offense.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's true on the boys' side, on the girls' side, junior high, high school, JV, varsity, wherever you play. And we'll get 2 shots here as the foul's going to go against Carlson, her second.
It is her second. But especially Heritage for the girls is they trap you and they slap at the ball and they get you caught in positions where you lose it and they're gone. They're out the door ready to run that fast break, and that's the system they've run for years and years. And, if you play defense, you will play at this school.
Yeah.
Well, you will anywhere, but, that's the key. And who is the person that's going to benefit from that last couple of years? It's been Ari Wiggins, who's, again, up in Ann Arbor, as Marshall makes both. Bigelow with a nice move. Long 3 from Chapman. No good. Ball's on the floor. Back to GCA. Oh, Bigelow, I think the safety was on there. Ball on the floor again. Better get rid of it before you travel.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the more common travels anymore is just having a seat on the floor and then twisting one way.
Yes.
And lifting that one cheek, and that's a travel.
It is. Not much scoring here in the second quarter.
That got a foul before the travel.
And GCA's wanting the hook around on that as Coach Weems is pleading his case. And that is going to be on. That is on Chapman. That'll be her first. And Corinne Marshall at the stripe. And 3 in a row for her. She's a 70% free throw shooter. The freshman Marshall, Jocelyn, the 2 sisters, older sisters, are numbers 3 and 4, and she's like, no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take 23. I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna go away from you guys. I like that as a middle child. I like that. Oh, got tipped. There's those hands again. Active hands for Heritage Christian. Speaking of the freshman. Oh, Boer almost banked it in. Bigelow came out with it under a minute. Take it and see what happens, and I think they're going to get a foul on Boer.
It's a foul on Heritage, and it is on Boer.
It's her first. I have her for 1.
I do too.
And Ellie Bigelow makes it.
Oh, they're going to give it to Wilson, her third.
That is only the 4th point of this quarter for Greenwood Christian. So 15-4 this quarter for Heritage Christian. That'll win you some ball games.
Yeah. I mean, and again, that's one of the things that Greenwood has kind of been missing is a way to stop those runs when they start. They can either start one themselves or they can allow one to happen and have no way to counter it.
And that's where you always relied on the Izzy Reeds and the Savannah Fries and Alexis Meads to, one of them would get hot and kind of take over and you could lean on them, and they're still trying to find that in this year's squad. A little bit too much heat on that fastball from Odell.
Yeah, she threw a fastball and she definitely needed to go a slider or changeup or something.
Off speed would have been much better there. Justin and I are both hoping and praying we get a baseball season.
I was going to say,
we're throwing those
MLB
terms
owners,
in.
please.
Yes. Oh, what a nice little hesitation move by the freshman to get the bucket as we're winding down. Oh, we're going to get a foul with 0.1 seconds.
Coach Wiseman cannot believe it. 1/10 of a second, and it's going to go on Grace Marshall.
Number 4. And free throws, my goodness. But she missed it, and there is the buzzer. There's the end of the first half. Nice run by Heritage, and it's 30-13. Stay tuned for the halftime show here on Indiana SRN.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
I am Heritage.
Heritage Christians. We are Heritage.
I am Heritage.
We are Heritage.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Back at Heritage Christian on the north side of Indianapolis, where the homestanding Eagles lead Greenwood Christian 30-13 here in girls high school basketball. Friendly reminder, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audios without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. Again, 30-13 to 17-5. Second quarter really kind of widened the margin there for Heritage Christian. Let's go over some stats. For the Cougars of Greenwood Christian, Ellie Bigelow has 2, Danny Simon has 5, Dory Odell has 2, and Miss Chapman has 3 for a total of 13 for Heritage Christian. Grace Marshall has 2, Jocelyn Marshall has 2, Casey Frost has 4, and Corinne Marshall is 10, and Audrey Brewer has 12 for a total of 30. So, Justin, you're down 17 points at halftime. You're probably not going to change much if you're Heritage Christian. What do you do if you're Greenwood Christian?
If you're Greenwood Christian, I mean, you have to be able to attack this defense, whether it be man or zone. You've been able to do it a little bit more with the zone, with the penetrating kick by Ellie Bigelow, but you're not being able to hold on to the ball as well, and that is your biggest thing if you're Greenwood Christian. Is you've had a lot of live ball turnovers or missed shots that have led into transitions and not getting back on defense. If you're Heritage Christian, you've been able to eliminate those live ball turnovers, and if it's a turnover, it's a dead ball. You're able to set your trap, your press, and then go into your trap zone and able to execute that almost to perfection. Now, you have allowed Chapman to get open and try to find her shot a little bit. She was able to hit 1-3, but again, we talked about it. Her 2 misses have looked very good as well.
Third game in 4 days for Greenwood Christian as they played on the 4th and the 6th. They won last night versus Hauser, and no rest for the weary. They play again tomorrow night.
That is one heck of a schedule.
4 games in 5 days is a little bit rough, and January 4th was when Heritage Christian last played, where they lost Indianapolis Homeschool, and they'll play again on the 10th against Crystal House Manual. Heritage starts the second half with the basketball. Starters back in, looks like, for both squads. Has a nice little fake and move to the bucket there by Corinne Marshall. Does not go, and the ball goes to GCA. Chloe Grider starting the second half as well. Looked inside to Danny Simon. Bad pass, and out comes Heritage. Marshall to the rack, and she scores. She has 12 now to tie Audrey Brewer for the team lead with 12. There's a great defense again, but nice job by Addie Jolly to come up with the basketball. No foul on that, right?
No fouls,
foul,
just said out of bounds. Last touch by Heritage.
If you're an official in a game like this, do you call everything, or is there stuff we just kind of like, you know what, we're going to kind of let this ride?
I think in the first half I was actually talking to one of my friends who was an official for a number of years. This is one of the toughest games to call as an official, just because you want to stay sharp for regardless. But at the same time, in the very back of your mind, you're thinking, let's go home. So
it's got to be tough. I mean, we're all human, right?
Oh. That did everything but go down.
That did everything but go down for Bigelow as that foul was on the freshman, Jocelyn Marshall. Bigelow is a 66% free throw shooter. All 4 of her points from the line tonight. Corinne Marshall for 3, no good. I think they're going to get Grace Marshall over the back.
Yep.
That's her 3rd. Oh, they said her 2nd, so I must have given her one that wasn't hers. That is the benefit of a crowd mic, folks. You can hear the public address. Danny Simon looking for some help. Like a box-and-1 almost is what it looked like. Nice steal there by Marshall to Boer, up, under, and scores. And it's a 19-point lead for Heritage.
Yeah, it's either a matchup zone or, like you said, a box-and-1 to 2-3 matchup.
Now it looks like they're at man-to-man. Bigelow got it to go. She just like, help me, Lord, and it went down.
I mean, she does that so often that one of the times that has to go down, she's able to get the old school three-point play, Sean.
That was on Jocelyn Marshall, her 2nd, the foul was. And my goodness.
All 3 Marshalls have 2 fouls.
Boer, no dice on that shot, and ball's on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Head to Heritage. Nope, GCA. Nice crowd on hand tonight.
Yeah, Friday night, no boys playing. You might as well go see the Heritage Christian girls.
Oh, that was rejected like I was in high school. My goodness. Corinne Marshall. I couldn't help that one. That was his ball will stay with Heritage Christian there as it went out of bounds off of GCA.
I'm not saying anything, Sean.
I own it. Wide open on the block. She didn't. Grace Marshall wasn't sure she was. Got the rebound back. She'll shoot 2. She thought somebody was behind her. She was ready for contact, and nobody was there.
And what my old college coach would say is you can never expect contact. Play through the contact, yes, but never expect that to happen, because when you expect it to happen and it doesn't, you look like a fool.
But luckily she rebounded, not literally, but got the loose ball, misses the first free throw. At least she gives herself another opportunity to score.
And, I mean, that's coming from a Hall of Fame coach, too. So, he's been around the block a couple times.
You knew John Wooden?
Yeah, I went to school with John
Wooden. Boy, you're older than I thought.
I just look nice, right?
Yeah. There's Bigelow again. I think that is going to be a big part of the GCA offense in the second half. I think that's on – was that on Grace Marshall? Number 4. Bigelow makes the first. She's got 5 in this quarter already.
She has all of GCA's 5 points.
She does. We'll effort who that foul was on. Makes both.
3. So it was on
Corinne.
Yeah.
Nice kick out for the 3 ball from Frost, and she knocks it down.
High arcing shot by Frost.
Nice drive and kick there by Jada Wilson. They're getting the picks up at the top. They're just not getting a lot of roll off of them. 3 ball from Danny Simon goes down. Matching threes. Marshall thought about it. Nice between the legs. Up strong. And got it to go. She has no fear.
Yeah, I mean, she really. Oh, my goodness.
Simon's feeling it now. Watch out. We got a heat check coming soon.
I mean, it was -4 with the wind chill out here earlier today, Sean, but it is heating up here in the north side.
I wonder who they're going to get the ball to this time down. Oh, she had her, too.
She did, yeah. She had the drive, decided not to take it.
Now she'll go for the 2 up and under, can't get it to go. She's like, I'm not behind the arc as it's just ripped away by Corinne Marshall. Bigelow got in the way, almost got a nice defense there by Odell. She went straight up.
Yeah.
But it got knocked off of Jolly, and it'll stay with Heritage.
I mean, still, for Odell not only to get back on defense, but to be able to stay straight up as we have a 30-second timeout here on the floor by Heritage Christian.
Hey, you want to be an official? Get involved in the game. Become an IHSAA official by contacting Sandra Walter at IHSAA.org/officials today. Stay in shape and make some extra money. Training classes are starting for the spring season now. Contact Sandra Walter today at 317-846-6601. Our friends at the IHSAA Foundation are wonderful as well. Subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate, at IHSAAfoundation.org. Thanks to the IHSAA Foundation for what they're doing for our student athletes.
Sean,
yes,
you and I want baseball so bad. Why don't we become umpires?
Oh, I don't want it that bad.
Oh, come on.
I don't want to get yelled at by coaches and players and parents. No, we got great parents.
I'm going to convince you, Sean.
Onto Jones. No, I don't. I'd prefer to broadcast it. That's my speed.
You can be the base umpire. I'll be the home plate umpire.
Oh, Corinne, nice defense there by Bigelow. Simon comes down. Is she going to stop and pop? Nope.
Nope. Try to let Jolly. Let her just a little bit too far.
That was high and outside.
I was going to say just let her just not able to toe tap her way in as we have the national championship coming up on Monday.
That is true. The toe drag swag there on the sideline, but hashtag Roll Tide. Nice dish there. Worked it back out to Boer for the 3. Can't go down. And I think they're going to get
over the back foul.
Yeah, and Wilson, that's her 4th.
So, we were talking about the shooting-wise for Greenwood Christian and the shooting woes. They were 2 of 17 in the first half, 1 from 7 from behind the arc, and 6 of 8 from the foul stripe. The biggest thing I find interesting here, Sean, is Heritage Christian was not that much better from behind the arc. They were 1 of 8 from behind the arc.
Oh, wow.
They were 11 of 18 from the field.
That makes a huge
difference.
There's
the difference.
And a lot of those were within 5-6 feet from fast breaks.
And they were 5 of 6 from the stripe.
Bigelow got it. Nice job by Boer. She got beat off the ball but reached around behind Bigelow and knocked it out of bounds.
So, I mean, if we're looking for a way for why Heritage is up by so much, as they just do a little tip by Dory Odell.
Wow, how about that? You're the tallest person. We'll just throw it to you, jump up and get it and put it in.
She didn't even have to jump.
Underneath to Corinne Marshall. Can't get it to fall. Nice save there by Greider. That reminded me a few years ago, early 2000s, the Peoria guys were at University of Illinois. They ran that play in the last second to win a game. Sergio McLean inbounded it to Marcus Griffin, and he just little layup there as the buzz. Just catch, drop it in. And
was that over IU?
That was Wisconsin.
I know it was a red and white team.
Dory Odell again.
She's heating up here.
And that's a 10-point game. Fight in these Cougars. Corinne Marshall. Oh, lost the ball, and it's picked up by Danny Simon. Well, if she can knock down a 3 here, how about a free throw line jumper? Can't get it to go.
Just left it short, too.
Oh, and there's Corinne Marshall for the easy layup. She's got 16 now.
And Greider has her hands on her hips. They want to slow this down a little bit.
And I'm sure the long three there, no good.
Wow. That ill-advised three, and I bet Coach Weems is just, well, I can see him. He's just shaking his head like, why? Why shoot that?
It's games down the stretch when you're at Heritage Christian where you go, oh, we're not tired, but they are. That's why we run all that time in preseason.
Yeah.
It pays off. Oh, Marshall, the freshman, my goodness, with the handles. And the sister with the shot gets it back. Oh, almost blocked. They're going to get Bigelow on that, and I think it's going to be her third.
And that is huge for GCA as Ellie Bigelow picks up her third with 1:08 left to go in this third quarter. Foul-wise, you're still in the advantage if you're Greenwood Christian as the first foul shot is made. But one of your star players is in foul trouble here.
I think they're gonna ride with her. It's because she is the point guard, and I think because there's only 1:08 to go in the quarter, I think that makes a huge difference too. As the second one goes down as well.
Yeah, if she picks up her fourth, though, watch her to sit most of the fourth, even regardless. An illegal screen against Dorio Dow. And, I mean, we're talking short bench. Coach Weems only has 3 players on the bench.
Frost comes back in as well as Lauren Peterson's in for GCA. Jocelyn Marshall gets it to her sister Grace.
Oh, that did everything but go down.
Yes, it did. It went down and then came back out. There's Bigelow. Up, can't get it to go. A little out of control. And Frost to Ayantu Jones, and they'll hold it back up. So they'll probably hold for one, as you can see Coach Wisely saying hold it for one. No pun intended. Oh, Marshall to Marshall up here at the top of the key. And you've got Frost, Jones, and Boer to go with the 2 younger Marshalls. 2 seconds, not there. Marshall, nice block at the end by Carlson at the end of 3. It is a 14-point ball game, 44-30. We'll be back with more basketball here on IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Back here, 44-30. Heritage Christian over Greenwood Christian. A 17-14 advantage there for Greenwood Christian in the third quarter.
We were talking baseball there, back-to-back state championships for the Eagles in 2009, 2010.
Dan Ambrose. Nice kick to Corinne Marshall, and she gets the bucket to start off, but GCA did outscore Heritage in that quarter, if my numbers are correct. 17-14. Simon had a couple of threes, and that's off of Marshall.
That would make sense because they had 13 at the half. So, you're right, 17.
I'm just off 1 point on my scorebook and trying to figure out where it's at, but we'll get there.
Yeah, it's a free throw somewhere then.
Yes, it is. Three ball knocked down by Chapman, her second of the game. And it's a three for Greenwood as comes back and Frost answers the three. Boy, that's a killer. You get one to make it 46-33, and then each team hits a three after that. Simon feeling it. Rebound to Heritage.
And one opportunity.
And one for Marshall.
Foul's going to go against Simon.
That is Simon's first. And the and one for Grace Marshall. Which she makes. And boy, just like that, it's back up to 18. They got Bigelow trapped. Almost a three, and it's going to be an over and back. As Chapman couldn't quite snag it. It's that defense again.
Yeah. I mean, pressure defense. And when Bigelow kind of picked it up between the volleyball line, it really threw them off because, or actually she was between the volleyball line and the half-court line, kind of trapped herself there by picking it up. And that half-court line acted like a second defender.
Frost with another three, trying for two in a row. Couldn't get it to go, and Chapman saved it to Heritage. Nice cut to the bucket by Boer, and the look from Marshall. Great offense there from the Eagles. Ooh, and that may have been like heads bumping. And she's bleeding, I think.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Was that a chiclet that came out?
Yeah, either a chiclet or a little bit of nose blood.
Oh, my goodness. Went to a basketball game and a hockey game broke out.
Yeah. Little nifty move there. Dory Odell can't finish it, though.
Here comes Marshall in the corner to Boer. Oh, Grider, and they're going to get the reach-in foul on Grace Marshall. I think that might be her fourth. We'll listen and see what they say.
It
is her fourth. She'll take a seat next to Coach as Molly Eckel checks in.
Grider to shoot 1-1 here. Rest of the way for the Cougars.
She is 2 of 2 on the season. And
way to go, Sean.
Where's the jinx? Oh, there it is.
Hate mail. Sean.
The coach at IndianaSRN. Frost is feeling it. My goodness. That's her third three here in the second half. So much for being a center. And she's a freshman.
Yeah.
They start 2 freshmen. Does Heritage Christian. Ball handling. Ooh, that was almost a travel.
Yeah.
And up,
Sloan.
not down. Frost with the big board. GCA starts 4 seniors as Boer scores. 2 seniors for Heritage Christian are Grace Marshall and Audrey Boer.
I mean, Boer has been relatively quiet as we'll get another timeout here by GCA. Waiting on, it is a full timeout.
We'll take a break.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
.26 lead for Heritage with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Heritage will move to 9-9 on the season. Both teams will be at 500 as Greenwood Christian will drop to 8-8. Both play tomorrow night. Heritage Christian hosts Crystal House Manual, and Greenwood Christian hosts Indianapolis Lutheran.
That's a big game.
It is. On the south side as Jada Wilson gets in the books with a layup. Chapman going to go to the line. Last time I was at Lutheran, it was probably the craziest football game I have ever broadcast.
I was going to say the Covenant Lutheran sectional championship game.
Yes, it was unbelievable.
I remember.
It was
I like Lutheran.
The last two times they played in the playoffs, they've been wackadoodle games. Chapman misses.
And that kind of travels over to the girls' basketball side between GC and Lutheran. I mean, Lutheran's had a down year the last couple of years, but it is a sectional opponent, and you can never count out those sectional games.
Oh, that is for sure. Was that Jones or was that
Wilson?
That was Wilson with the three.
Long three by Simon is no good.
A nice move to split the defense there by Corinne Marshall. We may have a tough time choosing a player of the game.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely between Corinne Marshall and Boucher.
We'll debate it. As stay tuned for the Family Source Insurance postgame show. Boer with the left hand can't get it to go. As we're under 3 minutes, and it's 66-33. Three ball from Bigelow, no good. This is the time I would think, if you're Heritage, that it's time to rest the old starters for the game tomorrow night.
Yeah, and again, unluckily for Coach Weems, his girls are going to be on very tired legs tomorrow.
As if they already aren't on tired legs.
Yeah, well, and that's why I mean. You played Hauser last night. You play Heritage tonight, and then you play Lutheran tomorrow night.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's the mass sub.
We have got number 11, Aisha Diaz-Mendez coming in. I believe we have a 30-second timeout here.
Yep, 30-second timeout by Heritage to get all those players into the ballgame.
Hey, Basketball Weekly is coming. It's an in-depth look at Indiana High School basketball with Troy Darengowski and Coach Keith Myers every Monday on IndianaSRN.org and on the sports page. Guests, upcoming schedules, and much more. Basketball Weekly. Okay, so we have number 15, Gracie Swanson, number 11, Aisha Diaz-Mendez. She's a sophomore. Swanson's a freshman. Getting some time here for Heritage Christian. They're also with Frost. She's a freshman. And Grace Marshall, a senior, as Frost misses the three. Bigelow is still in, though. Simon, three ball. Got it. She's had 3 threes in the second half. I have her for 14 in the ball game.
Yeah, and again, great job in a losing effort by Simon here.
Ooh, somebody I think hit their head.
Yeah. It's going to be Greenwood's ball when we come back, but it is an injury timeout for Heritage Christian. And We will take a break. You're watching Heritage Christian Basketball on IndianaSRN.
All right, we are back. Good to see she's okay as it's a 30-point ball game. Long shot there by GCA. It's off. Wasn't under 2 minutes. Frost looks pretty good for a freshman.
Yeah, I mean, she's able to, work her way down low, able to pick and pop when she needs to. And Simon hits the deck again.
That's one thing I would assume in practices for GCA, that Coach Weems doesn't have to do much sweeping of the floor because they are just
they're doing it themselves.
They're diving and they're driving to the hole and getting knocked on the floor, and it's like, floor's clean, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, might have to mop it a little bit, but that's about it.
I think you got to love that if you're a coach with the tenacity there.
Well, and that's what I was going to say is, regardless, this is a 30-point ball game right now, but GCA is still playing very, very hard.
Yes. Oh, they always do.
Yeah, and that's what I mean is they haven't hung their heads one second. And again, losing to a team that is above their class, and even their 3 1A class losses, as we mentioned in the pregame, was to top 10 opponents. So for Coach Weems, this, while a down year, is not a loss year.
No, not at all.
It's a reload, not a rebuild type of season for him.
Chapman scores, and got to imagine they'll try and run as much clock as possible here. But if they don't watch out, they'll get the 5-second call. There you go. Oh, Eckel, the long shot. I assume they want to get one of the girls, Swanson or Diaz-Mendez, a bucket here.
Yeah, especially when you have no JV game before this. You have 61 seconds to try to get your JV girls a little varsity time, try to get that letter.
Ayantu Jones is in, number 20. Jones isn't afraid to pull a trigger. A little bit off there, and Simon with the board. And one opportunity for Simon. She's had a pretty good fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, and again, Simon, like what we were saying earlier, GCA is still fighting here with 43 seconds lost. And you can kind of see at the bottom of your screen, Coach Weems is still coaching as hard as he did in the first quarter to the last quarter. And if you're the girls, that's exactly what you want to see. You don't want to see your coach give up on you when the game is lost, and almost a steal. And she was just like, I'll just park myself here right fast.
Chapman. Yeah, Odell, the senior, she's on the bench. And, Simon and Bigelow are still in. But, again, they don't have huge numbers to begin with for their squad. So, and there you go. They're still playing hard as there's Simon going strong, but she gets it over to Chapman. Can't get it to go. Carlson fought for it, and Eckel just tossed it to a friend in the stands. 23.4 to go. Again, both these teams will end up at 500 after this game. Heritage Christian will be 9-9. Greenwood Christian will be 8-8. And again, both are also in play tomorrow night as Simon gets it to go. She's had quite the quarter here. I have her for 10 pending this free throw, which could make it 11 in the quarter. And she does. She'll be their leading scorer on the night.
And I think Coach Williams has finally called off the dogs a little bit.
And, Jones couldn't get it to go. She had a couple of chances, and Bigelow is going to go coast to coast, and they're going to get the foul on Butts.
And again,
Nora.
Coach Wiseman has to be absolutely furious. That's twice now to end the half that you foul with under 5 seconds left to go.
But I think when it's someone off your bench like that, I think you're okay with it, considering the fact that they don't get to play much and they're playing hard as Bigelow makes both. I think they're all right with that. Long shot, no good. And that is the end of our ball game. The final score is Heritage Christian 68, Greenwood Christian 48. Stay tuned for the Family Source Insurance post-game show after this break.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back to the Family Source Insurance post-game show, 68-48 Heritage Christian over Greenwood Christian. Our upcoming schedule here on IndianaSRN tomorrow night, 5 big games, 4 on TV. At 1:30, you've got University at Covenant Christian, which is a girls' basketball game. Shortridge at Greenwood Christian at 4 o'clock, boys. Heritage Christian at Covenant Christian, 7:30, boys. Central Christian at Lutheran, 7:30, boys. The lone radio game is Indiana Math and Science at Traders Point. Then on Tuesday, we have North Montgomery at Greencastle girls at 7:30 and Colonial at Horizon Christian boys at 7:30. One game on Wednesday, December 12th, Providence Cristo Rey at Bishop Chatard boys at 7:30. And then after that, it is the City Alliance for the girls. The semifinals on Thursday, January 12th, and the finals on Friday, January 13th. Some highlights from this game for you, Justin.
Well, if you're looking at Heritage Christian's side, it was the fact that Frost was really able to find her stride behind the arc in the second half, really played hard the whole game. And Boer, who really kind of led the way here. Again, her and Marshall were the 2 leading scorers for Heritage Christian. For Greenwood Christian, even though you have a 20-point loss here, you have a lot to look forward to with Simon. She really stepped up in the second half, especially in that fourth quarter. She had 11 points in the fourth quarter. Ellie Bigelow, again, one of those senior grinders that just keeps on moving regardless. And you had Chapman, who hit a couple of late threes.
All right, there you go. Once again, final score 68-48. We'll take one more break. We'll come back with the player of the game on the Family Source Insurance postgame show.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Back here at Heritage Christian for the final time, Sean Kroll along with Justin Griffiths. Heritage Christian defeats Greenwood Christian 68-48. Some real quick stats for Greenwood Christian. Dory Odell had 6, Chapman had 9, Bigelow with 11, and leading them with 17 in the second half is Danny Simon for 22. She was the leading scorer in the game. For Heritage Christian, Wilson had 5. Jocelyn Marshall had 4. Grace Marshall had 6. Frost had 15. Boer had 18. And Corinne Marshall had 20. It's a tough one, but Justin, who is our Family Source Insurance and player of the game?
We actually had to flip a coin on it between Brewer and Marshall, and we ended up with Corinne Marshall. We are going to go with her for the player of the game. You know, she led the way for Heritage Christian, and again, we mentioned it was either going to be the 2 leading scorers, Brewer or Marshall, and it was so tough for Sean and I to decide. We just flipped a coin 3 times, and it was ended up with Marshall. And again, great choice. You couldn't go wrong with either player. So, you know what, screw it. Both of them, co-players of the game.
So, you know, she tripled her average on the year, so that will help you as well. All right, so there you have it for our cameraman Matthew Stein, for our producer Casey Pierce, for Justin Griffiths. I'm Sean Kroll. One last time, the final score here from Heritage Christian. The Eagles defeat Greenwood Christian 68-48. Good night, God bless, and stay warm.